I just want to talk, Jordan, about confidence, about belief. How much have you guys got coursing through your veins at the moment after not just what happened at the weekend, but what appears to be happening on a regular basis for this Morecambe team and not knowing when you're beaten?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've definitely grown in confidence. It was a tricky start. Obviously, when Jed took over, obviously he's trying to implement his own thing. It took quite a bit for us to gel together, but you can see it coming together now. It kind of looks like we're deading out sometimes in games so early on, and then in the last 20 half an hour games, we just got a new lease of life, and it's a good thing to have. I think we've come back from 1 or 2-0 down maybe 3 or 4 times in the last 7 games or so. So it just shows that there's just a lot of belief in the team at the minute.
Is it enjoyable? Not going behind, clearly, but that togetherness that you've got, and I know the comment was made at the weekend, we just said, don't panic, we've been behind before. Is it something that you kind of get your teeth into and go, okay, we go again?
I think there's just a lot of experience in the team now as well that, when you go 1-2-0 down in games, it doesn't seem like there's any real panic anymore. Because we know that, we score 1 goal, it can just change in a moment. So, I think because of the experience we have, we know there's no need to panic. If we go 2-0 down in 10, 20 minutes, which has happened before, we know there's still so much time left. It only takes 1 goal to change the game. And at the minute, as soon as we score 1 goal, it just gives a big boost for the rest of the team, and then we just end up going on to win it.
You spoke there about the manager wanting to implement what he wanted when he first took over, and maybe that took a little bit of time.
Yes.
I'm interested in this idea that you're expressing yourselves and you're going for things. And as an experienced player in the role that you play, I'm sure this has happened to you many times. You try something, it doesn't come off. But it strikes me that you're encouraged to keep trying it and keep doing it, because it then will come off and you will be successsl.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we're going to have days. We've still had off days where nothing's gone for us in the whole 90 minutes. But, for example, on Saturday, nothing was really going for us in the first half for 55 minutes against Crew. And then, all of a sudden one thing goes right, and then for the rest of the game from then on, everything was going in our favour. And that just, shows that, the game's 90 minutes and you have to just keep going for 90 minutes. It's, if it's not going for 45, you just have to keep going, and that's just the resilience you have to have as a professional football player. You're
hovering outside those playoff places again. You're in touching distance.
Yeah.
How big does this week feel with 2 home games here?
It's massive, yeah. Every game here is massive. Every game from now to the end of the season is massive now, because we're at the latter stages. Every point matter. And we know that, not just tomorrow or Wrexham, the rest of the games after that, they're just really important. So we're going into every game with nothing less than 3 points in our heads.
Is it not necessarily easier, but does it make for a different kind of game when you're playing teams who are also in good form and also up there, rather than maybe teams who will ask you to come and break them down or sit in behind the ball?
Me personally, I never really think about it. There's a couple of teams in the league that you have to be really careful of, like obviously playing MK Dons, Notts County. They were, they're different. They pass the ball a lot. We have to be really structured against them. With most of the teams, me personally, I just go into it and just think, just go out there, enjoy yourself, and just go and win the game. I don't like thinking so much of it, but there's certain teams that are just very good in possession, so you have to, watch a lot of DVDs and be more structured against those certain teams.
It strikes me that you're thinking a lot about what you guys can do, and kind of factoring in what the opposition can do, rather than looking at the opposition as a starting point for what you do. Would that be fair?
Yeah, definitely. I don't, me personally anyway, I don't like to think too much about the opposite team. It's only what we do. If we're on it, we win the game. And that's the way I see it. If we're on it and we do all we can do, then that's all you can really ask for. I don't like worrying too much about who we're playing. We've got enough in the team now. If we're all on it, we all know what we're doing, then we believe that we could go out against anyone and get the 3 points.
And dozen games to go, 3 points from those playoff places. obviously, understandably, you're going to say one game at a time. We're not thinking about the top 7 at this point.
Yeah.
You've been in this situation before, haven't you? In the previous spell when you were here.
Yeah.
Are there parallels? Do things feel similar in terms of the momentum that you're generating at the moment?
It's different. In a way, yeah, but obviously it's a completely different team. The league's completely different to a couple of years ago. Momentum-wise, yeah, like we can feel the momentum coming on our side now. But we have to keep that going. We can't just, have a great result on Saturday and then tomorrow we're not producing. It just can't really work like that, or else we'll just fall off it. So we know now, especially with 12 games left, that we've got to be at it for the whole 12 games. Whoever it doesn't matter who plays, but whoever starts has got to be at it. And then we've got the sub, we've got plenty coming off the bench for the last 20 half an hour.
And I guess the big difference between the last campaign where you got promoted and what you're hoping to do this year is there's people in the stadium. How much can the fans at the Mazuma particularly make a difference in this running? Yeah,
definitely. Like they're like our 12th man. Like at home and away, especially away as well. Like obviously we've travelled far this season, and they've come in and the numbers, and like it's on a Saturday or a Tuesday night, and they're coming down south wherever we are. That's that far. Like I think it's amazing the support they've given us all season. Especially here as well, like, it's always bouncing, so, we can't thank them enough.
Get money for your old phone, MazumaMobile.com.